Hello, Graybeard here. This is what my video is about, my little truck. Was my dad's, but he passed away a few months ago, and my sister wanted me to have it. It was in her name, so she let me have it. I just took it to the car wash and got the Oklahoma dirt off of it, and plus I put these on there earlier today. The old ones was cracked up. Been on there for quite a while. Other than a few hail dents and a little bit of rust there. Of course, you can swap that out real easy. A few more hail dents. Of course, these could be from loading trucks and stuff from the side. It's got a little, you can see a little spot where you can stick your fingers in there, and then over here, and then a little bit across there, just a little bubbly, and a little bit there. And then here's what I want to show on this. First place to usually rust on these is right here and along the rockers. And them rockers are clean from what I can tell. Yeah. A little dirty under there. This is actually originally a Virginia truck, and that's why it does have some rust on it. Yeah, when my dad first got it, he came all the way out from Oklahoma to Virginia and got this because it only had 29,000 miles on it. And I think this is a fairly rare truck for one that it's a regular cab with a sports side. I've only seen a couple in my whole life, the whole time they've been making these trucks. Usually they're an extended cab, and at least half of that time, you know, they're usually an S-10 Extreme extended cab with the sports side and all the little ground effects and different wheels. I would like to have a set of those wheels off an S-10 Extreme. They're just an inch bigger, but it looks a lot better on it. These ain't bad looking wheels though. Need to clean them up some more. I just did it like a real quick rush job at the car wash. You can see where the water wasn't all that clean coming off, but it's free of all the dirt that was on it. This stuff's falling out of my trees here. See it all over the ground. But yeah, she's a little rough around the edges, but the bones are definitely good. It only has 83 on it now. Like I say, I had 29,000 on it when he got it. And I want to say about 6 years ago, and the truck was about 15 years old then with 29,000 miles. And now it's 21 years old, 2000, with 83,000 on it. So yeah, there's a lot of 2015s running around with more miles on it than this truck's got. Tailgate works good and everything. Everything works on it pretty much. It does have an engine light on. I'm gonna have to figure out what that is. And I would like to get the metal replaced, not just Bondo it or anything. I'm gonna cut it out, and this here you can probably just grind that down and glaze it. And around here, let's see, just a little bit of bubbly if you can see it. I don't know if it comes up, shows up on the camera or not. Should. Usually when I don't think it will, it does. I don't know if this side's got that or not. I think it's just that one side. No, there's a little bit on this side. Like I say, it's got a bigger hole there. But yeah, you can buy like little pieces of fender wall and cut this out, and then cut that piece to fit, tack weld it in around there, and glaze it down and get her all good. And like I say, this bumper, I was looking, I can get a chrome one for $134. Thought about just doing that. And I didn't realize that valance underneath there is blue. I don't know if it's supposed to be blue or not. I always thought they were like a dark gray or black. But that's blue. That was my dad's name, Jake. But yeah. Doesn't seem like much, but I really like this truck. For one, it was my dad's. And two, it's such a low mileage truck to be a small truck, and I like small trucks. I like big trucks too now. I'd love to have me a big Silverado, but I got the budget for it. And this one here's got plenty of life left in it, and it'll do everything I need it to do. I owned a Silverado one time, and it did more than what I could, you know, ask it to do. Yeah, everything I did with it is like it wasn't even trying. And these things do pretty good too. And this ain't the 4-cylinder. She's an automatic. Dash needs a little work. I bought new grills for it because this one's busted and this is all busted up. It's trying to turn up right there on the back side of this grill. But I'm definitely gonna see if I can fix that. They say you can like put like a lot of Armor All on them and like lay a cloth over it and put a brick on it, and from the heat it'll push it back down with the weight of the brick. And we've got a busted bug shield. I may just pull this off. Look at that. This is what happens underneath these shields. See all that dirt? Yeah, it protects it from chips, but that's asking for rust right there. But it should clean up good underneath there once I pull that off. I may put another one on there, I don't know. And it's got the chicken feed. I don't know if you ever heard of that. See, you can probably see it in the reflection. They call it, I've always heard of it called chicken feed. It's a combination of how hot it gets outside and the heat from the motor coming up. Because if you'll notice, it's mostly around where the engine is. Out through here, there's not much of it at all. It's mostly in the center. Most of the hood, but you get out toward the edge away from the engine and it doesn't do it as bad. Had a Cavalier do that too, but it was about 11-12 years old when it did it. This thing's 21 years old, so I guess that's pretty good. But overall, it's in good shape. Has the old console piece that collapsed. This is a normal deal with the S-10s with that little flip down console lid. People lean on it and it's made of plastic. It gets old and brittle and it pops out and then collapses like that. There's a metal piece you can buy. I've seen them as cheap as 18. Is about, that's the foam breaking apart around the edges. But yeah, up to here it's fine. But yeah, it's collapsed. And my dad, he was getting older and wasn't as mobile as he used to be. And you see all these dents. Here, hitting it with a hair dryer or a heat gun, hair dryer preferably, so not to mess the paint up any more than it already is. I do plan on eventually painting this truck. But here you can heat it up and then slap some dry ice on it and you'll hear it go. It says it pops in little round dents like that. That's exactly what that stuff's best for, is getting them hail dents out. There's a bunch of them across the roof. Yeah, like I said, it was in Oklahoma, Tornado Alley, part of it. And when they get tornado weather, you know, the bad storms, it usually brings hail more than it does tornadoes. Yeah, I like the step side. A lot of people say, well, you can't fit as much in the bed. Most of the stuff you put in the bed is in between the fender walls. And you still got some room around the fender walls, even on this little sports side. It's even got a GM bed liner. Must have come factory. I'd like to pull this out, have the bed repainted, you know, nothing special, but then put the rolling bed liner, you know, the Rhino liner, spray in, whatever you call it. But yes, overall it's pretty solid. Like I say, the rust around these fenders on the back is the only rust that I've noticed in the up there on the bumper. It even got hail dents here, unless that come from somebody's door, but at the angle it's on, you know, it's where it comes out. Yeah, these fenders look great. And I think he tried to brush some paint on there to make the grill look new. I might pull that off and see if I can spray paint it, because the chrome, as far as I can tell, other than all the bug guts, looks pretty decent. I think I can get some wax and go over it and work all that bug guts off of it, and where he kind of went over it with the brush on paint. And I can get a new grill for a little over $100, like 120 something, 130 something. They can get more expensive, but I've seen them that cheap. But I've seen these. See, that's another thing about this truck. Only 2,000 So 2003 had the driving lights. I got some stuff to clear it up a little more. I put a little on there, but I only did it by hand, and you use a drill with an attachment with a sponge like on the end of it, and it'll usually bring just about every bit of it out. But yeah, and she drives good. It drove all the way from Oklahoma to here with me driving it, and a bird's trying to buy my car, and a piece of foliage stuck to it. Yeah, other than scratches and the little hail dents, all minor dents. There's no big dents in it. Other than that, she's solid. Like I say, it's a dusty motor, but it's got the 4.3. She'll do some pulling. She's got some balls. Whatever that is, I'm letting it fall down. Got enough trash in there right now. Yeah, like I say, my father got to where he couldn't get around as good. You're up in the air because I got to use both hands to put the hood up. Oop. Ooh. Yeah, it's got the 4.3. It's a 350 with 2 less cylinders. And with this being a small truck, it only weighs around 3,000. It's under 3,000 actually. It should be about 29 and some change if I'm not mistaken. I had a square body regular cab fleet side, and it was a, I want to say 28 something. Some two-sided tape there. I don't know if that was supposed to be there or not, but I'll leave it. It looks okay there. Yeah, V6 Vortec. Looks like I could put a little bit of brake fluid in there. Of course, that might be, nah, it's not too low. It's just a little low, just a little. 21-year-old truck, that ain't bad. But yeah, I just figured I'd show you my little truck. And like I say, the reason why I'm showing it, for one, I'm happy I got it, but another reason is I can haul the minis in it. Yeah, little HHR, putting stuff up on that little carrier on the hitch, it just didn't feel too solid. She's got a Reese, so if I wanted to use the carrier on it, it's got a 2-inch hitch on it. So yeah, a little slick cut out there. I wonder what that was for. I'm sure there had to have been a reason. Ain't one on the other side, just that side, that one spot. Anyway, she got some tie downs, not a bunch like these newer trucks. A lot of newer ones have them up here, down here, and in the middle. And some might even have some that pop up from the floor. I just noticed this don't have no stake holes in it. Can't remember if my square body did. It seemed like it did. It seemed like it had them up front and in the back, not in the middle, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong. It may not have had them at all, because I haven't had that truck for 19 years. Traded it in on a Silverado. Had the Silverado for a couple years, up to 05, and ain't had a pickup since. And I love trucks. But anyways, hope you liked looking at my little truck. Like I say, it ain't much, but I like it. And like I say, I can haul the minis, so if I find a good place to ride minis, I can do more mini videos, and by throwing them in the back of this truck and hauling them wherever, and feel confident about it, because they'll be a lot safer in here than on the back of the HHR or the back of this one with the carrier. I'd rather have it in the bed, and I can get them up in the bed fairly easy. It sets low. That's another thing. A lot of these newer trucks set up high. This truck way down here, it's just halfway in between my knee and my waist, and yeah, it's easy to load stuff up in there. But yeah, so now I got something I can haul the minis on, and like if I decide to go to Tennessee or something, I could take them with me and do a video riding out there somewhere maybe. Don't know when that'll happen, but you never know. Like I say, she runs solid. It does have an engine light on, but it still runs good. You get out on the interstate and run 75, 80 mile an hour all day long. Not breaking a sweat. Got a hitchhiker. But yeah, I just washed it. That's probably what brought him out. because I sprayed the mirrors out and everything. I didn't get them too good, did I? Nope. Got this side. I made sure I got all the majority of the bug guts off. I hit it with some wax and try to bring them out. I think they'll look a lot better. Anyways, I hope you liked the video, and if you did, please hit like, and if you like it enough, check out my other videos and maybe even subscribe. And I got plenty more videos, and I plan on making plenty more. Been kind of busy because went to Oklahoma. I took off end of last week and just got back yesterday, last night actually, late, about right around 10:30. But yeah, there'll be more videos definitely. And like I say, I'm meaning to put that torque converter on the big Mini, and I'll do a video on it when I do. I'm gonna try to have everything lined up and have it ready to go, and so I don't make the video too long. But anyways, yeah, hope you liked it. Subscribe if you don't mind, and share.